everyone. This is Jeff here, the 5.2 picker, and doing something a little different today. Going to show you um, some of the best and most interesting scores of 2020 so far. I was away this past weekend, so I didn't have any footage of estate sales or any garage sales. So just going to show you what's sold here and kind of hopefully educate you guys on what's selling for me and what to look out for when you're outsourcing. So first up here, we have a Sony S2 Walkman headset. Anything Sony Walkman does really well. This was just the headset. It wasn't a tape player, wasn't a CD player or anything like that. It was just, the headset here, and I picked it up at an estate sale for I think $2. It might have been $1.50, and it sold for $37.97 with free shipping. So that sold. I actually sold another one like 2 days after that for $27.97 that I picked up for $1 and just tested them both at the same time. After that, what sold here was a pair of shoes, Brooks running shoes. So I don't know if you've never heard of Brooks. It's definitely a good brand to keep an eye out for. These were at the thrift store for I think it was $6.99 or $7.99, and listed them up there. I actually accidentally put them up for auction at $59.99, and someone went ahead and offered me $65 plus shipping. So I don't know if I, missed out on a few bucks, but it sold within 2 days. Turning $7 into about 65 is definitely worth it for me. Like I said, Brooks, great brand to look out for. I've sold many pairs of Brooks running shoes, especially in good condition. I haven't talked too much about this, but I did a very large video game collection purchase right after Christmas. The guy had new, handhelds in box, vintage Game Boys, Game Boy Colors, Game Boy Pockets, all in the box, all with manuals. This was a Nintendo DSi, and it was brand new in box. He valued it at $50, so I bought it for $50. Actually got 3 of them, all brand new in the box. I thought about sending them to Amazon FBA, but with returns and things like that, if someone opened it and returned it, would have lost a lot of its value. So I didn't want to take that chance, and I listed it for $179.97 plus shipping, and that's what it sold for. I think it sold within about 2 weeks, so not bad. I mean, it was $180 item, brand new, sold within about 2 weeks. Next up is this Pentax IQ Zoom 160 camera. If you've been watching at least the last 3 or 4 videos, you'll see I always pick up old film cameras. They sell very well. This one sold for $20 plus shipping, and I usually get them for. I actually sold 2 of these in the last month and got them both at a thrift store for $2.99. So, quick, what was that, $14 profit probably. And very easy to pack. Put them in an 8x6x4 box, ship them off, easy to test, and very easy, quick sellers, and good profit. After that, I'll show you just a vintage Jurassic World. It was like a sportsman jacket or Leatherman jacket. It had a big Jurassic World logo on the back. I picked this up at one of the last garage sales of the season. So I've had it a while, but I got it for $5. It sold for, I had it up listed for $99 and took a best offer of $79 plus shipping. I did have a little damage on the button, so I think that hurt the value a little bit, but I mean, great sale. $5 into $5 and $80. You got to take that, whenever you can. Next up is this vintage Masters hat. This was something I picked up at a recent estate sale for 50 cents, and I listed it for $49.97, thinking, hey, it's vintage, pretty rare. I didn't find one like this sold in the last 90 days, and no comps to compare it to. So I was like, let me list high, and if someone offers a good price, I'll take it. And someone offered me $25 with free shipping, and I took it. I mean, 50 cents and 25 bucks. So anytime you can find Masters branded gear, I mean, this had the Masters logo. It was Masters collection. Definitely worth picking up. They make polos, all sorts of stuff. Pint glasses I've seen. So definitely keep an eye out for Masters clothing. This even had a stain on the hat, and it still sold for 25 bucks within, a day or two. After that, I'll show you guys these VHSs. So, you may be thinking, like, who's going to use these VHSs? These are used VHS tapes. Usually I'll see them at garage sales, a huge box, of VHSs, of take it for free, $2, whatever it is. So this was an estate sale about a month ago. I picked up a box of VHSs, DVDs, CDs, everything for $10. I've probably sold hundreds of dollars worth of CDs and DVDs, and then it had all these used VHSs, about 50 of them, all recordable, and just sell them in a lot. I sell 20 of them here for $19.97. You can sell it listed as or ship it as media mail because it's got recordings on it, and then just people can record over it. Some people like to see what's on there, and it's got old advertising, things like that. They'll just buy it. So $19.97 for that, for something I got for practically free. Next up is a Panasonic VCR. VCRs and DVD VCR combos sell great. I've sold, it has to be hundreds of them over the last couple of years. And Panasonic is one of the best selling VCR brands. If you see a Panasonic Omnivision, Forehead, pick it up. I've sold, it had to be 30, 40 of those so far, and they usually sell within the first week. This one sold for $34.97 plus shipping. I always try to include tape, like a blank tape, and AV cables. And I'll pick them up. Usually don't go more than $5. At estate sales, you're not going to spend more than a couple bucks on a VCR. Thrift stores, they vary depending on where you're going, but $5, $10 if it has a remote. The Sony ones I've picked up with a remote will sell for $50, $60. But any kind of Panasonic, VCR, Sony, those sell great. All right, next is a Pendleton flannel shirt. You may have seen this in one of the recent estate sale videos, but this was a buck at an estate sale, and it had a bunch of damage. It sold for $19.97 with free shipping. If it didn't have damage, a lot of these were selling for $30, $40. Vintage wool, Pendleton, made in the USA. If you're not familiar or unfamiliar, Pendleton is a great brand to look out for. Certain things don't sell. I'll show you here. This is a blazer, like a women's sport coat that sold for $12. Those don't really do well, but any of the flannels, sweaters, things like that, definitely keep an eye out for. I've seen blankets, those do great too. So Pendleton shirt. Next up, here's some film. I've probably had this film for 6-7 months. It was in a big box of cameras I picked up at a yard sale and just never listed it. I was like, what is this? And then as I was cleaning up the basement, I was going through the camera box and found it. They're both sealed and listed them, and they sold within a day for $20 with free shipping. Next up, probably one of the better scores so far this year, outside all that video game stuff that I'm well in the profit on and still selling $100 items here and there, is this Sony Handycam. I showed this in a recent estate sale video, but I picked it up for $12.50, and they had it 25 as a half off day. And it took about a week to sell, but I listed it for $149.97 plus shipping, thinking okay, I'll take a $100 offer on it and be happy. But I got full price, the full $149.97 for a Sony Handycam. Crossing my fingers, I usually will put no free returns on these. I've actually been burned where a guy used it, must have transferred all his media, and then sent it back to me on the 30th day. and nothing was wrong with it. He said it was broken or stopped working. I don't know. I have a tough time believing people like that, but so going forward after that, for Handycams and VCRs, I do not offer free shipping typically. For this one, I forgot, but it went to like one of those it was a video company based on the PayPal name, so I don't think we're gonna have any problems there. But yeah, great flip, $12.50 and a $149.97 plus shipping within about a week. And then I'll wrap it up with one of the Disney Lenox pieces. I've already sold about 5 of these and well in the profit. This one just sold today. It was the Disney Showcase Lenox, Mickey and Minnie's birthday. I'll try to show all the comps of all the ones I sold, whether it just be on the half screen here or all over the place. But give you an idea, I picked up about 7 pieces for I think it was $180. So in the profit now, and still have 2 pieces left, so those will just be gravy. And that's it. So a little something different. I really appreciate you guys watching. I don't know if I've said it before, but I'm making these videos because that's how I learned. I started going to garage sales, didn't really know much about reselling, and then just found a bunch of YouTube, people to watch, and started to learn from there, and really picked up items to figure out what to sell, what sells, and then just enhance my knowledge. And the best way to learn is by watching other people, watching these what sold videos, and then getting out there and doing it yourself. So really appreciate you guys watching. Figured I'd pass along any knowledge I can, even if one person gets something out of this. It's meaningful to me. So thanks again, and if you can, subscribe, like, and next week we'll probably have another sourcing video. But if you like these, I'll be happy to try to put out a couple videos a week. One sourcing, one what sold for the week, and kind of give you just what my weekly sales look like. So again, really appreciate it. We'll see